Hey, hello, live from the back room of my motorhome. So I just wanted to hop on and say hi, see how everybody's doing, see if there's any questions, even if it's about me and my journey or in regards to your own journey through the Gutsy membership. Maybe some tips and tricks, summertime and kids, and keeping things, I don't know, not stale, right? Because I think we kind of fall in this trap of eating like the same foods ourselves. And I have 6 kids, and 5 of them are here right now. So hi, Jamie. So if you hear noise, that is what is happening. So I just wanted to cover, just right now I cut up a watermelon, and it was a seeded non-GMO watermelon, and it was delicious. And so that just kind of brought on some thoughts of like, what do you guys do for summertime snacks, right? If you've tried the Superior electrolyte popsicles, those are fantastic with some fresh fruits or berries. And then my kids really want like snacky foods, so they've been wanting like chips, pretzels, kind of, you know, old habits, but there are some grain-free chips that they've been asking for. That Sprouts has their own brand, the Siete brand. I had to be careful though because of the cassava flour. So that's just something, it's a little inflammatory for me, and I have to like wage it out. So yeah, that's something that I just wanted to bring up. We cut up a lot of fruits and vegetables, and I do bread with them. I don't have it, but usually like a sourdough or at least an organic non-GMO bread. And let's see, next thing I wanted to bring up was like maybe smoothies. Now you've all seen Shanique's posts about the smoothie recipes and the ratio for smoothies, and it'd be really important to make sure that your greens are outweighing the fruit, right? And I think that a lot of people have that, like, I don't know, that smoothies always look good, right? I mean, like, now that you've been doing the green smoothies, haven't you realized that they kind of don't always look the greatest, you know? Like, so be leery when you go out and about and they're like, oh, let's go get smoothies, and they're all like bright pink, creamy, milky looking. Just little warnings, like places like Starbucks, sorry my kids, this is real life. Starbucks, Roxbury Smoothies, and other smoothies places, especially the franchises, they tend to sell like whole package smoothies mixes, or like a base, and they'll add a base, and it usually has sugar being number one. Dad's home, so it's a big deal. And then artificial sweeteners and flavorings, because they want you to come back and spend more money. Another big thing is that a lot of those blended smoothies have non-organic, so not organic produce in them, and a lot of berries, grapes, especially strawberries and things, are on the Dirty Dozen. And that's just one of those things where we may not always buy completely organic for cost and budgeting. And sorry, thrown off base. So we just pay attention to the Dirty Dozen list and steer clear of those and buy those in organic. So it's just ways to budget. A big budgeting thing for me is Costco. So Costco, forgive me if you guys don't all have Costco's there, but I get my whole chickens at Costco. They're organic. They aren't pasture raised, but it's kind of just the compromise that I have. If I can have access to it at the same price, I'll probably do it. And I usually always get 1, if not 3 whole chickens a week, and use my Instapot. And so we have our chicken. Sometimes I set the chicken aside for salads or other meals for myself. Always throw the bones back on for bone broth. So I usually always have a bone broth Instapot going, and I just kind of revolve those. Other things that are in my normal routine. So green smoothies, whole chickens. I do use the chicken for some casseroles. Like there's a curry casserole with the chicken and broccoli that's really good. And apparently something, the door won't close. let's see, rotisserie or fresh chicken, Megan. I usually get fresh. It's not frozen at Costco. The rotisserie chickens that I have used are from Sprouts, because I know that the mixture or the marinade, the unseasoned one, is, what is it? It doesn't have MSG, doesn't have gluten, no saline injected into the chicken. These things they do to our like chickens and meat and all the stuff just blows my mind. And yeah, that's it. So the unseasoned one. The seasoned ones are not organic seasoning and herbs, which can lend to like the heavy metal issues in a lot of herbs. So I think that's it. So I have used rotisserie in a pinch or for budget, but only from Sprouts. The Costco rotisserie chickens have sugar added to them, so watch out for that. And they're injected with like a saline sugar mixture. So I don't do Costco rotisserie chicken. Next, hi Jamie. Do you use Thrive Market? What are your thoughts? I haven't used Thrive, and the biggest reason is because I think was there a minimum for like their subscription? I just don't know what I'm gonna need in like revolving groceries for my kids. I think now I could probably go back and look and see if I can use Thrive. I've heard really good things about Thrive, actually. So if the price is right and you can get a regular order, I think that would work out great, especially like for us, like we budget a lot. So, oh wow, good to know. I'm sure that's in regards to the sugar. Like I had no idea. And one time, funny story, I went to Costco and I was like, it was COVID. So I was like, where are your organic whole chickens? Because before, the Costco chickens that were fresh used to have the giblets, the heart, the neck, and everything inside in a bag. And now they don't carry those. There's whole chickens, but there's no gizzards. Like there's no organ meats. Hi, Carrie. And I'm kind of bummed now that we can't get that, because I sometimes would Instapot like for the bone broth with that. But now that I don't have it, yeah, I'm sad. Oh, the other thing we would do is I would just brown butter and like herbs and salt, and I'd throw like the hearts, because I would do maybe 2 or 3. Sometimes we get extra hearts in that bag, and I would just saute that with some onions, and my kids would fight over who got the hearts, which I think they just think that they're funny, but it was super yummy. Is there any other question? I only have 3 on right now, but maybe something for the future in regards to something that I've done, to budgeting, to snacks, about me. And my kids are arguing. Just share. It's nuts. It's so hot here in Utah, but it doesn't come near what I grew up with. I grew up in like 110, 115 degree summers, so in California. So it's very different, and it's a lot drier here. So anyways, hydration. We'll just roll right into hydration. So a question I get a lot is how much superior, where to start? Go ahead, Megan, throw some at me. How much superior can you drink in a day? I asked Tristan and we were discussing it, and he's like, can't really do, I think, too much. I think the biggest thing is not exceeding like maybe 8 to 10 scoops of it in a day. There is a rice powder, and that's just to help with absorption. So, and I don't do any other rice besides what's in that superior. I really like watermelon and grape. Here's a little, what's up, dude?
I want to place the big.
Okay, in a little bit. This is Dean. Here, Dean, come say hi. Oh, this is Dean. He's 5. And are you, well, I should have asked you how old you are. What's special about Dean? What are you? Tell him.
Triplet.
He's a triplet. So he is one of my triplets. I have 2 boys and a girl in that triplet combo. And they're 5 now. I'll be 6 in the end of November. And my boys have long hair. Trying to think of doing the liver reset. Trying to conceive. Awesome. Yeah, wow, right? Triplets. I haven't shared with the group, and this is secure from my parents, but I was pregnant and unfortunately had miscarried about a month ago. So I was just about 8 weeks along, and that's my 6th miscarriage, so it's hard. Okay, and I'll get to Jamie's questions next. So I'm thinking of doing liver reset, trying to conceive. Okay, so the liver reset I would definitely do prior, just because I think that in that, especially if you listen to that podcast, we have that live tonight. Ooh, I need to make sure I don't go over time. So I would be careful in that first trimester, like Rhonda Nielsen had said in the podcast. We want to be really gentle with our bodies. So I wouldn't do liver reset if you're planning to get pregnant in the next month, right? Because it's about 21 days, about 3 weeks for that liver reset. I don't think that there's a person walking around today, unless you just finished the liver reset, that wouldn't benefit from doing it. I actually should do the liver reset myself, because my last couple Hocket sessions, these last 2 weeks, I've been breaking out like a boil on my skin, usually my hips or my booty, and it's painful. So my body's trying to detox through my skin, which indicates that my liver is probably congested. So I think we could all benefit from it. Here's Dean again. So let's go down to the next one. Megan, if you have another question in regards to that, let me know. Hopefully you have checked out that podcast, because it's really, really good. And then the live is tonight, or the Zoom rather. And I have a lot of things. I have PCOS in my past, so polycystic ovarian syndrome, which lends towards insulin resistance. I have adenomyosis or adenomyosis, which was diagnosed last December, and I had to have blood infusions from that. What else? History of multiple births, miscarriages, so lots of stuff going on with my fertility. Let's see, I still don't understand how you know if you need additional supplements after using the Zypan. I think we're talking about supplements in regards to digestion with that, Jamie. So if I'm wrong, go ahead and correct me with that. So I think we hit a point with Zypan where if you've done some digestive healing with your nutrition, that the Zypan dosage will decrease and eventually fall off if, you know, we're producing enough HCl, the hydrochloric acid, in our stomach. So I think that just your symptoms, your... Hold on a second. What's that?
I got these cards for Dylan and Bonnie.
Okay. You can show me a little bit, okay? So I think if your digestion's on point and you start to heal, you start needing less and less Zypan until eventually you're off, right? Because you'll have that reaction to the Zypan that's kind of acidic, kind of uncomfortable. And I think that with that healing comes the less need for the digestion supplement support. Let me scroll down. I don't see anything from Jamie. Jamie, let me know if I answered your question. Okay, Sandra, I have one 5-year-old son, and he's a handful. Yeah, they're a handful, and they stress me out. And it's probably why my adrenals are a bit fatigued, and I'm always like, because it's like the next bomb that's gonna drop, right? Like, how do you chill and not stress? It's a lot of noise. I am so sorry. I feel for your miscarried a week ago. Oh, that's right. I remember commenting some like big hugs, big virtual, digital hugs. I think it doesn't get easier, but I think that there's a certain peace I've gotten after so many, I don't know, things have to line up perfect. I mean, the creation of life is just mind blowing. Everything has to just fall in line so perfectly. Maybe there's something more that I didn't know was going on. I have to wait a month to conceive now. Yes, the podcast is really good. I think that giving ourselves that break in between, especially like I thought about not like preventing, after this last one, and I just think for now I need to be able to detox fully. I think that's a big thing, especially how Rhonda Nielsen said to be gentle during the first trimester. It's like, okay, I need to be even more gentle with myself. I don't blame myself for the last one, but I think that are just in this like cultural society or like this norm of things happening quick. I've looked at my healing journey so far and how long it's taken, and I just think that I need to give myself some more grace, although my heart is like, you know, wants more. Let's see. Jamie, yes, Janique talks. Ooh, press the button. Talks about 3 digestive supplements. It's the other 2. I wonder how you know if you need them in addition to Zypan. Okay, please let me be done and then I'll help you. Sorry about that. So the other 2 would be Inzycor and Digest Forte. So how do we describe this? In a matter of taking these supplements, it would be Digest Forte first, and that's not like 10 to 5 minutes before food, right? It's like what we would know as bitters. It primes our digestive system. It primes for the production of HCl and our gallbladder to produce bile to help with enzymes, right, to break down stuff. So it's almost like a preconditioner or like a primer, right? It's a first step, or maybe the prep. And then with our food, we take the Zypan, which is the HCl or the acid, right, in our stomach, like that bouncer at the nightclubs ready to pulverize that protein. It helps like break it down in the stomach, which further pushes that food that's had the higher acid down. And then the Inzycor are enzymes. Enzymes, that's kind of a way to remember it. So we take those, and that assists the gallbladder and further down the absorption of the food as it passes through. I took Zypan and didn't need it, and now I've approached the step of like my nutrition at some point, and maybe there's some absorption issues, so I will probably either go with the bitters or the Inzycor. And I don't have an indication of needing enzymes for absorption, so I think that I may do the bitters next. There's like oral sprays, and there's also that Digest Forte. Hopefully that answers. I think each individual need is based on, I had mentioned it, but I got distracted, but also our bowel movements, seeing if there's undigested food, seeing our bowel habits and patterns. It's also another important thing to watch to indicate whether we need it or not. If you're simply like you're taking your supplements and you're eating right and your energy is still low and things are happening, by all means work on that digestion and see if it improves. If not, it might be time to check out that liver reset, especially since it's free right now for us, for our premium members, until Friday. So look at that. And the Zoom is tonight. It's tonight at 6, I think, Central Time. Don't quote me on that, but it has been shared several times. I wish I was in Statesway in Pennsylvania. It would be so awesome to meet everyone. I know, right? It's amazing. They're arguing. It's amazing how widespread all the members are. It's really neat to see us come together in a group. Here's my little. He's 2. Come here. You want to come up? No. So this is. Oh, here's speaking of things. These were on sale at Sprouts. And my only thing with this is that it does have canola oil further down on the list, which I don't love. These were on sale and Grandma got them. But it's cassava flour, cauliflower. Let's see. Cauliflower. This is Denny. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. And it has spinach, broccoli, carrots, tomatoes, beets, and shiitake mushrooms. I don't know. I always feel like there's always something. There's always one thing. So like a matter of good, better, best. Like this is good to better. I mean, for them, I can eat those. So anyway, so that's tonight. And oh, will you pick up that bag, please, babe? So yeah, so tonight, if you have questions in that Zoom, I'm hoping that maybe if you come prepared and have those questions ready, maybe even I'll get some questions answered. I'm really excited. I wish I could be her patient. Try to figure it out. I'm 35, 6 kids, multiple miscarriages, and we kind of feel like there's one more. As crazy as that seems, but we'll see what's in our stars for the future. Is that yummy? Any other questions before we wrap this up? This is just a little quick check-in, kind of my reality. What do you think? Janique and I had played with the idea of doing kind of a weekly check-in with Kelly Gray, also, who's another consultant at Provo Health. I work Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do hair analysis, follow-ups, and yeah, just general hanging out there. It's fun. It's neat to be around it. You're welcome, Jamie and Megan. And if we were to do weekly check-ins, like we were saying, we just kind of like to gauge the group and see, because it's not always just question and answer. Sometimes it's just this, where we're sitting down, seeing who hops on, maybe a scheduled time so more members can be in on the live itself, and we can go from there. If you'd like me to share recipes, budget, tips, tricks, my life, anything, please comment, ask questions, and I can either make a post. If you like the little educational snippets on the actual supplements, I did it for cod liver oil. You can check that out in past posts. I'm happy to do that. I may be doing a little bit of like quizzing, like showing pictures and asking questions. I really like it when Tristan does like product pictures and labels. If you guys like that, let us know. We can do more of those things. I think it's fun that we all learn together, right? And you become your own best advocate and educate, right? Educate ourselves so that we are feeling more empowered when we go out and do this and less alone. Just eating again. So thank you so much. We will talk again soon. Let me know what your thoughts are, what you want to see. You're being goofballs. And we'll catch up soon. Can you guys say bye?
Bye.
Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.